Welcome back to Fiction First. Today, we are diving deep into ANITA DE MONTE Laughs Last, the second novel by American author Xochitl Gonzalez. This gripping novel blends the elements of a campus story with an homage to the late Cuban artist Ana Mendieta. It provides a searing critique of eurocentrism in the art world, the toxic masculinity that pervades both personal and professional relationships, and the damaging effects of stereotypes and anti-Latinx prejudices on young women of color. Much like her debut novel, Olga Dies Dreaming, Gonzalez continues her exploration of social justice, identity, and cultural erasure. However, ANITA DE MONTE Laughs Last has sparked some controversy. Mendieta's estate was not consulted regarding the book's portrayal of her art and life, leading to objections from her relatives. About the author. Xochitl Gonzalez is a New York Times best-selling author known for Olga Dies Dreaming, which was named the best book of 2022 by the New York Times, Time, Kirkus, The Washington Post, and NPR. It also won the Brooklyn Public Library Book Prize in Fiction and the New York City Book Awards. Born and raised in Brooklyn, Gonzalez comes from a Puerto Rican and Mexican-American background. She attended Brown University, initially intending to study creative writing but ultimately earning a degree in art history. Before pursuing writing full-time, she worked in consulting and event planning. Her transition to a literary career was catalyzed by the passing of her grandmother, inspiring her to enroll in the Iowa Writers' Workshop, where she earned her MFA in 2021. Apart from her fiction, Gonzalez's non-fiction work has appeared in Elle Decor, Allure, Vogue, Real Simple, and The Cut, and her commentary writing for The Atlantic was a Pulitzer Prize finalist. She continues to be a strong voice in Latinx literature and social discourse. Plot summary. The novel unfolds through alternating timelines, shifting between the 1980s, where we follow the artist ANITA DE MONTE and her husband, Jack Martin, and 1998, where Raquel Toro, an art history student at Brown University, is writing her thesis on Jack Martin's work. The story begins with ANITA at an art world party hosted by Jack's gallerist, Tilly. Both Jack and Tilly, who consider Jack the superior artist, are shocked to learn that ANITA has secured a solo show. Meanwhile, in 1998, Raquel struggles with being a Latinx student at the predominantly white Brown University. She has just received an internship at the Rhode Island School of Design, RISD, and is eager to impress her advisor, Professor Temple, by focusing her thesis on Jack Martin's celebrated artwork. In the 1980s, ANITA and Jack's marriage is unraveling. Jack is resentful of ANITA's success, seeing her as his supporting act rather than an independent talent. His arrogance and infidelity create a toxic environment, making ANITA question her place in both the relationship and the art world. Despite progress in diversifying the industry, ANITA still faces racial stereotypes and condescension from influential figures. Meanwhile, Raquel starts dating Nick Fitzsimmons, a wealthy white student from a well-connected family in the New York art world. Initially enamored with his affluence and attention, she soon realizes his controlling tendencies. Nick begins to dictate her image, culminating in an incident where he cuts her hair drastically short without her consent. This moment serves as a wake-up call, leading Raquel to see his possessiveness and inherent biases. The novel's tension reaches its peak when, during a violent argument, Jack throws ANITA out of a window, causing her death. Though suspected, Jack evades conviction thanks to Tilly's influence. However, ANITA's presence lingers. Her ghost haunts Jack, disrupting his life, career, and relationships. As time passes and ANITA is forgotten, her spirit weakens. Back in 1998, Raquel stumbles upon ANITA's work through her internship. Her curiosity leads her to shift her thesis from Jack Martin to ANITA DE MONTE's overlooked legacy. With the guidance of a supportive RISD curator, Raquel publishes a groundbreaking paper that revives interest in ANITA's work. This act of reclamation strengthens ANITA's spirit, allowing her to once again haunt Jack and find peace in Raquel's academic triumph. Themes and symbols. Eurocentrism in the art world. The novel critiques the racial biases that define the art world. Anita and Raquel both face dismissiveness and tokenization, highlighting how the industry often views artists of color through a limited, stereotypical lens. The effects of class-based prejudice. Raquel's experiences at Brown reveal the intersections of race and class. While her peers enjoy generational wealth and influence, she navigates an environment where affluence often dictates artistic success. Toxic masculinity and gender power dynamics. Both Anita and Raquel endure relationships with men who embody toxic masculinity. Jack's abuse is overt, while Nick's is insidious. Both serve to illustrate how deeply misogyny is ingrained in society. Art as social and political resistance. Art functions as a means of reclaiming lost voices. Anita's posthumous influence through Raquel's research showcases the power of artistic legacy in challenging dominant narratives. Historical erasure and cultural memory. Anita's ghost represents the countless artists of color whose contributions have been erased. Raquel's discovery of Anita's work serves as an act of historical justice, ensuring that her legacy is no longer ignored. Character exploration. Anita De Monte. A gifted artist whose talent is overshadowed by the biases of the art world and her toxic marriage. She is ambitious, passionate, and refuses to be defined by others' expectations. Her tragic end underscores the novel's themes of erasure and injustice. Jack Martin. Anita's husband and a celebrated artist. His inflated ego and resentment towards Anita's success ultimately lead him to murder her. His character embodies the white male privilege that has long dominated the art industry. Raquel Toro, a bright but insecure art history student struggling with her identity in a predominantly white institution. Her journey toward uncovering Anita's story parallels Anita's own struggles, making her a bridge between past and present. Nick Fitzsimmons. Raquel's wealthy and manipulative boyfriend. While initially charming, he becomes possessive and condescending, reinforcing the novel's critique of power imbalances in relationships. Why you should read Anita De Monte Laughs Last. Anita De Monte Laughs Last is a thought-provoking novel that masterfully intertwines art, feminism, and cultural identity. Gonzalez crafts a compelling narrative that critiques the racial and gender biases of the art world while delivering a haunting and deeply emotional story. This book is perfect for readers who enjoy campus novels, social justice themes, and the rediscovery of forgotten artistic legacies. With stellar reviews, 4.2 on Amazon, 3.8 on Goodreads, and 4.2 on Barnes & Noble, it's clear that this novel resonates with audiences. If you love stories that reclaim erased histories and highlight the power of resilience, this book is a must-read. What happens when history tries to erase a powerful voice? Will Anita's story finally receive the recognition it deserves? If you're intrigued by the interplay of art, power, and justice, grab a copy of Anita De Monte Laughs Last. Check out the purchase link in the description and join the conversation in the comments. Thank you for tuning into Fiction First. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, happy reading.